You worried at all that they've kind of had Arkansas's number?
Not really, because it could change anytime.
Would you guys prefer? Dave Van Horn said the other day that our SEC teams like the NCAA tournament because they don't have to play other SEC teams. But you guys are the one SEC team that has to play another SEC team in a super. How do you feel about that?
Not too worried about it. Honestly, and you see someone like TCU on your schedule like that, you'd be like kind of anticipating, okay, this is a big name team, a lot of history with that program, and we get them in, and we didn't really kind of we respected them, but at the same time we played our own game, and I think that's where we were able to handle them. But with Ole Miss coming in, I think you can kind of see that we're going to continue doing the same thing we did against TCU, but we've also seen Ole Miss play a lot more than anyone else, so that's going to play to our advantage, I think.
You guys had to beat South Carolina here. You played them a lot too. Does it kind of seem a little similar to last year?
A little bit, not quite as much, just because we had a different series against South Carolina when we had them in the regular season, but not too different. Trying to just still play our own game.
You figure Ole Miss comes in here pretty confident just because they've had success here?
Absolutely, but that's more just the kind of guys that those guys are. Obviously, they are very good, and they know they're good, and it's going to be a tight game. So there's no reason that they shouldn't really have that kind of confidence. We expect the same thing out of our guys, regardless of our record.
You guys have been so good at home. I think you're like 66-11 the last two seasons. And Ole Miss has won. I guess they won 4 of those games. But how good do you guys feel at home? How confident are y'all?
I'd say that just from this past weekend, I was incredibly surprised at impressed with our crowds. Not only did we pack the house in the middle of the day, but also just the kind of fans that we get. So just the kind of atmosphere that we're going to have here at home is going to absolutely play to our advantage. I know Swayze is also probably pretty packed as well, but this is a different kind of fan here.
Yeah. When you're talking about the packed houses early in the day, you guys it's going to be Saturday, Sunday, but you're playing like at 11 and 2 and 3. How do you guys feel about not being in the prime time, playing early?
Prime time is whenever we play. That's all we got to do. We got to show up when the first pitch is there, and regardless of when that start time is, we've done it all the rest of the year, and it's nothing that's going to catch us off guard.
So the games are on TV. Obviously, you don't have any doubt this place will be packed at 11 a.m.
No doubt. Yep.
Jack, what have you thought about there are a lot of players like yourself and Kostichak and Scroggins who didn't get a lot of playing time before this year, but you've taken advantage of the time you've had. It feels like that's maybe been the difference in the team being able to get back to where it was last year.
A little bit. I would say it's also you can just say that the experience that we've gained just from being around some of those other guys that, like I said, in my instance, I had Biggers ahead of me, and he's someone who's been incredibly helpful in developing me in my development as a player, and other guys like that. I would say that maybe Nesbitt had some guys that he looked up to. I tried to help him out at third. Other people like that who are building off of experience from other guys that we've been around and get the opportunity to learn from. So I would say it's big that we are able to show up like that, but it's really not that big a surprise. We're just a deep team like that, and wonderful coaching staff that, someone goes down, we have someone who can step up and fill that spot just like that.